your crack. I think they're trying to steal a little bit of your percentage or something, you know what I mean?
Let me explain something to you. First of all, I ain't even say nothing. Nelly came right in with like, yo, crack, you trying to take the credit. It's the fucking truth. Why I'm always getting scolded in this show?
I was trying to protect you, champ.
Don't protect. You know what's up.
I was trying to protect you. No,
But you know what's up. I'm not lying.
I was there.
You was there. You was on my phone.
I was there.
Yo, listen.
Uh-oh.
They announced how you doing, brother and sister?
Hey, Joe.
They announced the Verzuz. My first, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Come on, it was like viral.
I'm not gonna.
It wasn't viral. It was viral for your call because it came so fast. And it said, yo, brother, you need me there? I didn't know I was in for the fix, right? I'm like, yo, you know what?
Premeditate.
You guys had just did the Verzuz. You actually fucked me up because your Verzuz was so hood and so ghetto. They was I'm just saying they shooting dice. I love it. It's the greatest. It's the greatest moment in hip hop I've seen in my lifetime recent.
No doubt.
Right? I'm just keeping it real with you. But they definitely was. You wasn't at the bathroom. They were shooting dice and smoking blunts at the bathroom. Girls had to walk over dice games. This shit was C74
Shout out to
Rikers
the
Island. No. So you had me thinking I was the next Verzuz that it was going to be ghetto. So you know what's up. I'm thinking about all these underground songs. He called me. I said, man, Nelly might be too big for this. Because by the way, Nelly done sold 30, 40 million records.
We gonna get into
He's
that. We gonna
way
get
too
into
big. So I said, yo, you know what? You might want to fall back, right?
Uh-oh.
And then I'm going through it, and I said, man, we better call Dirty. So, but I didn't know you was setting me up the whole time. And so I call you back. He was like, I'm there. You're my brother. One thing I can say, you know, of course. Hey, that's your wife.
Got it. Say no more.
This my sis on another level, right?
I know that.
Yes.
So I don't think people really understand that when we call brother and sister, that's a different type of talk.
Yes, sir.
So it's like, it's a different type of talk. It's like, yo, that's my sister. We have friends, associates, people. But when we in that lane, it's a different type of lane. And so I don't think nothing of it, man. And you came out there sleepwalking. You seen it, you was like, you walk across the whole shit. I see, yo, I've been duped. I've been taken for a ride. I've been taken.
It had nothing to do with you.
Nothing. You think he was in the world? This guy's so
whole
rich.
show,
You think he
son.
care about coming to Verzuz?
This is why
This guy come over
I
here.
love this guy. This is why we love him.
You lied,
This is why
man.
we
You
love him.
wanted your own thing back.
Listen.
And you caught a Birkin and a baby in the mouth out of this shit. You out of control with the shit.
Never in my
A
life.
Birkin and a baby is amazing.
I'm telling the truth. But the scenario was a little bit different.
Okay.
Right? I saw the verse of what's the name, and I knew what was going on.
I didn't.
I was gonna just so happen I was up in New York. I was gonna be there for something a little bit different.
You was there early too,
I
Dirty.
was there. I was
Super
there for
early.
something else. So when it was like that, I was just letting you know, yo, I'm up here. I'm gonna be up there. If you need me to pop out, I was just letting you know because I knew where Verzuz was going. It was different from the time I did it. This shit has went to Madison Square Garden.
Hold up one
this
second.
is different.
You added to the delusion. Like you came in my room early and was like, you got this. He can't mess with you. I'm like, yo, yeah, we going. I'm like, yo, this guy got 1,000 hits.
Hold on. No, I told you to recognize the beat.
Wired.
I said recognize the beat. And that wasn't me. That was your other sister had you pumped and ready to.
God,
she
I
had
was
you ready. She had you ready to go. But I definitely said, no, you gotta do you. You know, you got this. Because you're him. You were pacing. It was on your mind. You knew what you were in for.
Oh, I mean, that's a
You
different
knew what you in for.
conversation.
You were like, yo,
That's a different
this
conversation.
guy's got 1,000 hits, Mo. This guy's got I said, don't worry about, you got
knew-
this, babe.
let me explain
You
something.
got this.
The
And then
Verzuz-
you got,
The Verzuz is the closest thing to a boxing match.
yeah.
So when I came down, I stood at Uncle Dan's house in Jersey. When I came downstairs, the doorman was like, "Get him, Joe." I get in the car, I swear to God. I get in the car, the FedEx man was like, "Get him, crack."
Everywhere you go.
Old lady crossing the street, "Get him, Joe. Drag him." I was like, yo. I was like Canelo or something. I was like, oh. And then, just like a boxing match, when it got to like that 13th, 14th, and 15th thing, I just kept feeling body blow, body blow, body blow. I said, oh my God, this guy, he's swinging for the fences.
Man, you guys had
How
a
do
great
you
night.
feel in that? Because you was in the...
Oh man, I felt like the tennis match. You know what I'm saying? I was like this. Okay, Joe, going back and forth. But I love both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I was definitely going to be there. But when I spoke to you after, why you ain't tell me this nigga was gonna be there? Why you ain't tell me?
He had to keep
I seen him. Hold on.
Joe is just as guilty as dirty.
Thank you, Jada.
I called my brother and said, yo, I'm going to be
I don't go
baby.
against
You need
this
me.
woman for nobody. It's facts, factual. I don't go against her for nobody. Her
That's
and
my
Ram,
brother.
I don't go against them, right? This guy lined me up. And I didn't think about it till he came out and started sleepwalking through the...
Yo,
They got video of it.
when I came upstairs at rehearsal, Rim had him in there like Customato and Tyson.
Oh, no.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta get him, Joey. You gotta just left, right, and left. I was like, yeah, crack look ready. Look like you was in
But
there
look at
swaying.
this. You announced... not only that, right? She got pregnant behind this thing. Like,
Man.
Shanti never got pregnant in her life.
Hold on, let me.
Yo, what the hell?
Hold on.
What the hell?
What the hell?
What the hell?
What the hell?
Hold on. We heard
What the Nelly?
we heard you say that Nelly set you up.
See,
We heard Shani say you set her up. Now, I was also a guest on that verse.
Yes.
To do New York with y'all at the end. And being in the crowd or being in the cut where I was at, watching the show before I went on, God is my witness. When you saw her, if we got the footage, it was like a kid with the bike. They put PlayStation, the bike he wanted, everything. You had a different.
what you talking about? No, that was at the end of the show.
You had a different glow.
It was
Mesmerized.
Hold
She
on,
has
bro.
a hit record called
What?
Mesmerized.
Oh, God.
No. She got it. Now we love you. You're dirty. Let me tell you something.
Shit, the
Listen.
thighs was looking all right.
She was on fire.
Look,
No. Hold
Yeah.
up. You're a handsome guy. Pause, whatever they want to say. You've always been a handsome guy. The ladies love you. But this woman,
listen.
around that, she was on
Yeah.
fire. You seen all them bathing. She was in St. Croix.
She was doing what she was doing.
Too much.
I heard.
I'm like, yo,
Thank
sis,
you,
I was
bro.
hating
Thank
on her.
you, bro.
I'm calling her like, yo, what the fuck? Get out of there.
Get out of
She's
there.
in Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, this every week.
Trinidad.
Bathing suit shit. I'm like, she's like, she looks more beautiful than when she was younger.
Well,
This
thank
is a
you,
fact.
bro.
You was looking at them pictures on that IG. Correct.
Joe, did I?
Yo, y'all don't want to do the show.
Hold on.
Y'all don't want to do this shit. Yo,
Don't
Jada,
do
leave
it.
this shit. You do it. You
Joe,
run the
y'all-
show.
Let him talk. Let me hear.
Hold on. Was I by myself?
What do you mean?
I had somebody with me. I didn't come there for that.
And I was in
When
a
I
situation.
walked, when I walked in your room, it was somebody with me.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I know you did. When I walked in your room, it was somebody with me. I did not come
Oh, I
there
thought it was Jermaine Dupri
for
with
that.
you. That's the only guy I seen with you, Jermaine Dupri.
Yo.
No, I'm telling him the
Because
truth.
here's the thing. I did not want to cause no friction. I did not. You two brothers
you
was
know,
there
you know
doing
me.
what you was doing. And I was like, yo, this is a beautiful situation.
You know me.
So I'm going to keep it P.
All right. I'm you know me,
Yo.
and you know me.
100%.
The audience kind of know me for 30 years, but they don't really know me.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the shit I say sound crazy, but I need 10%. Whatever this Brad Pitt, this kid, Muhammad Ali gonna make. I'm in this management contract for something.
Right.
This guy look like Muhammad Ali when he was born. Yeah. Have y'all showed him yet, or he's gonna be on the show?
No, we didn't show him yet.
Not even in the show.
I'm leaving that to her.
I was
man,
there for
whenever
his
she
9th
get
month
ready.
birthday. in
Yes,
the UK.
we sang happy birthday in the
9 months.
UK,
You know, these
9
people-
months. Uncle
Yo,
Joe was
She got
there.
a good baby, man.
Oh,
She lucked out.
Yeah,
He's
yes, he did.
always laughing. He
Yes.
doesn't
Smiling.
cry.
I just got a
Smile.
chance to see him. He beautiful. His energy.
Oh,
is
man,
on the
appreciate
plane,
it.
Aw,
man.
Yeah,
thank
great
you.
energy. Great energy.
I told everybody, I said like this, I'm on the red carpet. It was like, did you see Ashanti and Nelly's baby? I said, the most beautiful baby in the world.
Yo.
Joe.
Thank you.
This man was born. No, this man was born with a full set of hair.
He got that mink.
The
He got the
skin,
mink. He
Right? The
got the
skin.
mink.
I'm not exaggerating. I'm sorry y'all don't see him yet. But this guy's a star, and I know I got at least to get some type of paper off of this deal right now.
Me and
We
you
got
both.
you, Uncle.
Me and you both, because he a $500,000 in the hole, because I was on tour when he decided to come out 2 weeks early. So he kind of cost me 2 shows. No, he cost me 2 shows and a party. And I need my money.
He started. He was
Listen.
born $500,000.
Yeah, he
In the
bought
hole.
$500,000 in the hole.
We gonna make that up. We gonna make that up. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we made it up. We got
He gonna
we got
need
the
it.
birth of a legend.
Yeah.
We appreciate it, man.
Thank
Bless
you,
us, bless us,
thank
bless
you.
us.
So you know love.
Yes.
Love overpowers hate,
By twos.
overpowers every other thing. You know, sometimes hearts miss each other. It ain't always guaranteed to hit each other and find the right thing. And so you guys definitely spun the block and came back and your hearts joined together. And there's nothing like that for you guys to make a TV show called We Belong Together. This is like, and it's just,
segue past it.
Hey, let's go, Joe.
baby. Oh, thank you, Jada.
Past
Thank
it,
you.
Joe. That's beautiful
Amen,
segue.
amen, brother.
I mean, I mean, I know what it's like. I'm just asking you. Y'all both more mature. Y'all figured out, damn, man, that was my guy. You figured out that was my girl. We both well off in life, thank God.
I think that's basically it, man. We had a chance to see, and I hate using that example, but it is. I mean, it's in a way, not to minimize it, but it's like getting a chance to test drive a vehicle. Then you know, like, yo, that's the one. That's the one. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, maybe it ain't something. Nah, it's all that and this something. So it's just like, yo, this is the one that you feel you want to ride off until
You
the
ain't been
sunset
saying
with.
much.
I'm
know what I'm
listening.
saying?
This is a male-driven show.
I
but-
see.
No, we need
Shit.
the ladies to speak up.
And that's amazing. She ain't talking.
We need your
I'm
perspective, Johnny.
listening. I mean, I agree. You know, I said I feel like what's meant to be will be. You know, we were together off and on for 11 years. We broke up for almost 10 years. And I didn't know what was going to happen, you know, the next time I saw him. We hadn't seen each other until that night. So, you know, when the breakup first happened, it's like when you see him, I'm like, oh, I'm going to punch on his. You know what I mean? Like, I hate him. I'm going to just, you know, it was one of those. So being that so much time went by, that was the first night in almost a decade that we saw each other, talked to each other, anything. So for it to happen like that, it was just like, oh, shit.
That was God.
Since you
know?
got the Birkin and the baby.
The Birkin and the baby and the ring. Don't play with me.
Oh,
And the ring.
Hello.
Hello.
She got the ring. Lorraine. No,
Lorraine.
Lorraine. She said to me. She says to me, she says, I don't know. She asked me one time, yo, bro, why it ain't working out for me like that, right? And I was like, yo, sis, you know, when a guy take you on a date, you got moms, 10 cousins, DJ, security, like, yo, on a date with a whole 12 clip. Imagine you take a girl, yo, I like you, let's go on a date. It's the whole fam. I said, yo, sis, maybe if you cut off some of the entourage on the date. She was like, you think so, Joe? I said, yo, I tell you, but the moral to the story is this woman has managed to have the cleanest reputation in this business because she had her mother and her family and her thing. You ain't with no washed up stories and all that. You got a prime time, right?
Thank you.
And
bro.
so, no. I mean, I'm telling you, I attribute that to you, of course, but I attribute that to your mother and your family for being there, because the biggest problem, even in my projects when I grew up, is women being influenced by other women. And a woman got dirt on her, she definitely want a friend to get dirt on her. And, yo, but talk to him, but this, and then ha.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, facts.
And so she ain't
Very
got no
true.
dirt on her face clean. And so I love that for y'all too.
Thank
Now
you.
this man right here, I don't know if he knows, he took me on my first real tour. And Keisha Cole used to open up for us, and she would sing "What's Love." Keisha Cole would be behind the curtain singing "What's Love"
Oh, shoot.
live, and we went all around the country, and you and your entire crew, right, just all of y'all, treated me with so much love over the years. You guys, every time I see you guys, you bring a smile on my face. I mean, all of your guys, all of your guys are amazing. And this is a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
And has this slowed up your schedule, or y'all still pew, pew?
Nah, we still pure. I know,
Absolutely.
definitely. I mean, with her, obviously with the baby, she's trying to less as possible. But I'm doing the rest of the tour, the rest of the year. We did Australia, Canada, and Europe. She was actually with me for a majority of Europe. And then now we start back here in the States in the end of this month, towards a couple weeks or something like that. So thank God I'm still 26 years later.